great privilege. Thank you very much. So we're going to start with the opening prayer. So.
Okay. Taking the opening prayer is Senior Ambassador Elizabeth. Okay.
Okay, let's start. Let's do our feet. So we just want to spend a brief moment to appreciate the name of God for everything that He has done for us. This is December, ending of the year, and it's of the Lord's mercies that we are here today. It's not because we are very beautiful, it's not because we are very righteous. It's just by the mercies of God. So let us just worship the Lord. All the glory, great things He has done. I want to just appreciate the name of the Lord for everything that the Lord has done for you. Oh, if you know the people that this year 2020 has swallowed, you open your mouth, you just appreciate Him. We know how this year has been. It has been a very rough year. But here we are smiling, we are appreciating God. We are here, we are happy, appreciating the name of the Lord for everything that He has done for us. Let's take this last worship song. When I think of all your goodness and your faithfulness each day, I confess it's not because I am worthy to receive the kind of love that you gave, but I'm grateful for your mercies, and I'm grateful for your grace. What a sacrifice on Calvary stream is the reason I am proud today. Thank you for your tender mercies upon our lives, Lord. We say that resulted in Jesus' name. Father, we are committing our gathering this day into your hands. Lord, we pray, oh God, that your presence will be with us, oh Lord, in the mighty name of Jesus. Everything we are going to do here, we give glory to your name in the mighty name of Jesus. You, the God that has brought us here, we are praying for those that are still on their way. Father, Lord, we pray you bring them here on time, oh God, in Jesus' name. And when we are done, as we'll be going back, we will not hear any evil reports of anyone, oh Lord, in Jesus' name. We will all get to our destination safely, oh Lord, in Jesus' name. Thank you, Lord, because I know you've answered. For in Jesus' name we've prayed. Amen. Let's clap our hands for Jesus.
That was really wonderful. Thank you very much, man. I felt the presence of God. Not to be sincere, I was even carried away to 7 minutes. Alright, so the next item on my agenda is a short word from the director. Please. Okay, so all right, so we are going to move to the next item, which is the formal introduction. I think not everybody knows everyone here, so we have to make the introduction formal. We are going to start with our name, our quotes, our AGLA experience, and the project and measure we've taken after AGLA to transform Nigeria. Since we are leaders, and our motto is become the change ambassador. Alright, so what measure have you taken to become the change ambassador? So your name, your quote, your experience, AGLA, and the project
and measures.
Alright, so
Your name, your course, your AGLA experience, and the projects and measures you've taken after AGLA to transform Nigeria.
Alright. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
I have Senior Ambassador Olashiko Barakat Omolara, Student Nigeria Court 10.
Wow.
Director, what is this now? Come back from that place. Okay. Actually, I'm not actually familiar with all these online classes and all this stuff, but I know everything through this lady. Senior Ambassador Olashiko. The first thing I was like, clear Guamara, I think it's supposed to be like. Since I'm also student course. So from then, I registered for AGLA Global Leadership Academy. When they said, I am a call ebook, I was like, ebook, and then I entered the game for it. When I call ebook, she said, yeah. The way to write it and to make sense, you know what? I'm special call one to batting lost AGLA. Okay. Then the student introducing something to us AGLA. They showed how to write ebook. In fact, most especially when they told us to hungry more. You know, that's hungry more for knowledge. I was like, hungry more. Okay, I'll do so. And indeed, after AGLA, I registered for this Willet School, Senior Ambassador Ibukun Esther. I did that one also. Then Creative Writing School, I did that one also. I think that is my distance so far after Global Leadership Academy.
A round of applause. All right. Apologies. We're going to pause the introduction for a while, and our director, the executive director of the AGLA Global Leadership Academy, a round of applause. We need to hear not even a word, words from him, and this is the time. Please let antenna be opened as we receive Mr. David Akinwale.
Alright, thank you so much. I'm super excited to see everybody, and you can see me hugging some people, and transferring the online interaction to the offline is a wonderful thing. Alright, so my speech is already here, so I'm going to read from here. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope this message reaches you anytime you are listening to it. My name is Ambassador David Akinwale, the founder of AGLA Global Leadership Academy, and the Learning and Training Development Executive at the Academy. It's a great pleasure to talk to you today I recognize your efforts and I commend you for believing in the vision of Alpha Global Leadership Academy. I sincerely appreciate the executive and all the team members at the academy for their commitment and the dedication to ensure that the vision is going forward and it becomes a reality. When it all started, it's as if I remember quote one, I already built an audience with my personal brand. So when I pushed everything, some people came to help the push and the publicity went out. And then I was very strict with quote one. I think that's the only quote one I was so strict with them. But my special thanks goes to Senior Ambassador Christabel for contribution towards she did a lot of work, and then we scout for some venue, and then we couldn't get what we want. So later on, I have to leave the town, and she came in to help. And to everybody who has not been willing, and then they did not give up on their development, your personal development towards the growth of our community and the nation at large. Every day we move from point A to B towards to actualize a given purpose, which could be to wake up from sleep, to take our bath, brush our teeth, clean the room, make food ready, and so on and so forth. We all perform different tasks in a way, and every manner we prefer. Yet, we achieving a desired result in the end is the purpose of which is achieved in the record time. Also, for there to be a successful movement from point A to B for a given purpose, the person that makes that happen needs to be taken into consideration and must be applauded within the sphere of the unique abilities of the person who pioneered it. This can be seen as provided in terms of leadership. Leadership in this wise covers the entire process required to move from point A to B within the record time towards the actualization of a mapped out purpose. That is why we have mapped out this strategy, mapped out this issue of having country representative, and then we are going to be having the state representative in Nigeria, and then people that will see to it and other country representative alongside the executive to see to the well-being of the academy and also to go beyond our boundaries. Just imagine us having an hangout in Dubai. Can you see that happening?
Yes.
Alright. Although you are not just representing AGLA, you as an individual senior ambassadors, you are representing yourself, you are representing your family, you are pressing for the advancement of community development in developing leaders in your country. There are things that we unfold in AGLA in the forthcoming year 2021. Canada will soon be dropping their longer center. You will be part of it. You will be a trainer. You will be a collaborator. You will partner with us. If you have connection with President of Nations, we need it. Okay? Even in your country and so on and so forth. For the leadership capacity to be provided, someone has to take up the responsibility, which is the pioneer leader. So you need to see yourself as a pioneer leader. Which is why we have country representative and different people who are handling. We have the alumni escorts. We have different people in different capacity. Anything I see, anything you see from them, maybe from the alumni escorts, maybe from anyone holding leadership position in the academy, it's all coming from me. The pioneer leader is someone who knows what to do, when to do it, why to do it, and how to do the movement from point A to B into record time towards the actualization of a given purpose. Therefore, when all those are put together, a few things become obvious. The few things are destination, purpose, leadership, and the leader. I repeat again, the few things are destination, purpose, the leadership, and the leader. Thank you for your time so far in Alpha Global Leadership Academy Nigeria chapter. It's been a great pleasure, and I'm happy that you are here together with me today in Lagos edition of the Hangout. I want you people to be focused. I want you to bring more people you can influence into the academy to experience this transformation. When I'm talking about transformation, transformation comes from our value systems, what we believe, our principles that we hold on to, our conviction. That's what brings transformation to our society. What we do here is the truth. We teach you how to change your world. We teach you what can change our individual life in personal leadership before the organization leadership. There are some of us here who are CEOs in our own space. There are some of us here who are handling, you're in position of leadership in your company. Maybe you're working with someone. Now, so when we have individuals who are transformed, who are renewed, who are exceptional in the industry, there could be an improvement in the state of Africa. We are going to have a better place in the whole world. So please be committed and be focused. Don't give up on your personal goals. I recognize what you're doing. I cherish what you're doing. Keep on doing it. Keep on doing your best. Even though I may not give you shout out, I'm seeing everybody so that the people that we train, they can be empowered and they can be equipped for the betterment of Nigeria and for Africa. That is my calling, that's my vision. I see you at the top. Thank you for listening to me. My name is David Akinwale. I love you all. I'll be looking forward to see you at the top. Live your best life.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very, very much, sir. All right, so we'll go back to the introduction.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Senior Ambassador Olajumoke Victoria Adebayo, Code 6. Yeah, my experience at AGLA. My experience at AGLA was a wonderful one, seriously speaking, because ever since then I've been able to work towards my purpose, and also I've been more intentional about what I do, how I do it, and the result. The result is going to give me. Thank you.
No, you have not completed it. The last one, your projects and measures taken after AGLA to transform Nigeria. Projects and measures taken after AGLA to transform Nigeria.
AGLA,
yes.
I've been able to. After AGLA, I've been able to attend many online classes, both on purpose, on skills, on impact, and also I've been able to work as a volunteer in many organizations, both online and offline. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Senior Ambassador Rachel Lujo, Cohort 14. My experience at AGLA was amazing, it was great, and there is always a time I just wake up, I can log in on WhatsApp and when all this assignments, you have to think before you even answer it. So it was awesome, and after AGLA, my experience at AGLA, I later joined this online class. Okay. And joined this volunteer as a gift a child initiative. Yes, I joined, and a tech. I forgot what I've joined everything, and it has been alright. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rachel Akindele. Cohort 5, 2019.
Wow.
So, my experience at Harvard was amazing. I was in my final year. I had projects to do with lecturers, and I just wanted to participate in AGLA classes too. Like, I had assignments to do this one and that. It was so stressful. And then I can never forget that I had some. Okay, that's personal. Let me keep that. But I'm sorry for saying that. But the experience was awesome because it opened me up. Like, it's brought more light to my soul. And after my so after AGLA, I was able to see life from a better angle. Like I was seeing things differently from the way I used to see some things. My relationship with people are not that friendly like that. But I started learning to build relationship with people who can impact my life, that I can also impact their lives too. So that's the least I can say. And this year too, I started a brand, like a product, a food product. So it's all because of God and some of the knowledge that I've acquired through AGLA. So I think that's all. Then projects, I think that's my project for now. That's what I'm working on.
Thank you very much. We continue here.
Good afternoon or good morning. Anyone, Sha? Good afternoon, good morning, everyone. I don't really know what to say. Anyhow, Sha, let me just put it anyhow.
Okay.
Okay. I got to know about AGLA through, let's say, a friend or friends. Almost my group of friends back then in PH. Everybody Sha AGLA, everybody AGLA, and I'm like, everywhere AGLA, everywhere exclusive. So let me too follow. Let me follow. So I started to make inquiries. The first inquiry I made, I was unable to meet up. So the second one I was like, okay, let me just give it a try. I know myself. I'm not an online person. And anything that has to do with online, I do it. I just push, I just do, I don't know if I'm not one. That's just me. Anything online, I'm not into it. So I just said, let me give it a trial. And then that period, okay, I'm 11. That period, I actually traveled to a burial, and then COVID-19 buried me there. Yeah, because I was stuck. That was when they closed the road, and I couldn't go back to PH. I went to Benin for a burial, and I was stuck there for like a month plus. I was stuck there. So I said, let me use this period and do this stuff. Since I will be at home all day, there will be lights and all that. So I tried, Sha. I tried. In the beginning stage, I tried. But immediately I left there, the whole time just left. I shall manage to graduate, which I was surprised that I graduated. I shall manage, which I was like, I graduated. I seriously, what did you do? Well, my experience was awesome. You know, when they said you have to write ebook 14 days, I was like, really? Me that I'm trying to write a book, like, only God knows when. Okay, let me try. And I was like, my ebook, I'm going to write it in form of a poem. Then when I told the director, he was like, poem bow. I said, yes. He said, are you really sure you can come out with something? I was like, is it not me? When I put my mind to something, I actually achieve it. So that I'm going to do it. She's poem, I'm actually going to do it. So I started writing. In devotion, the way my own spirit works, at any time I can get inspiration. I can be inside the bathroom, I'll get inspiration. If I don't write it today, I will forget. So I always carry my book. When I was in Benin, I carry my book everywhere. And they'll be like, what are you writing since every time? I'm like, I'm writing a new book, but do you think it's easy to write a new book? And they're like, okay, someone is like, okay, let me assist you now. I said, no, this one is a personal something. You cannot assist me in this one. So I tried. I had to write my experience from before I entered school, to when I finally gained admission, to all the projects, wahala, and all that. And then, in fact, everything, I just had to do something. And I was amazed that actually I did it. I was happy. Like, at the end of the day, I was like, wow. You actually wrote a book with a poem. Yes. Wow, this is awesome. So I really want to appreciate that because the experience were wonderful. The little classes I was able to take, they were wow. Like wow. And then I met great minds, I met friends, you know. In fact, the experience is awesome. Then about after now. Let's do this story for another day.
Please tell us, we want to hear.
I don't know what to say because I'm growing, Sha. I'm growing. Okay, I've been volunteering for stuff, so I've been putting my hands. I'm into fashion. And then I'm a writer as well. But like I said, my writing is like the spirit. So it comes and it goes.
Yeah.
So but for the fashion, I'm doing well. For example, I made my dress. Oh. I've been able to affect other lives and put the little knowledge I've gathered into you. So it's been amazing. Thank you very much.
Okay, my name is Senior Ambassador Elizabeth Adupe. My experience at AGLA, I actually got to know about AGLA from him. He does not know. I got it from his Facebook page. He's my friend on Facebook. So I just saw it. I was like, okay, that period, that was December last year. I was actually hungry for knowledge. Like I just knew that there was a gap. There was something that I just knew that I needed to fill up my spirit. So as I was scrolling through, when I saw it, I was like, I think I need to apply for this. So I applied, and then it was not easy because that was our camp period. It was a camp period. So I was actually in camp while everything was going on. When we had to write our first week experience, I was in camp and I was kind of like officiating. So I was very busy. So I had to be sneaking out to write the experience, but everything went fine. And after AGLA, I went to I still saw the other academy that I also applied for. I still got it through him. It's not as if I'm following you. Elijah, what is it? Yeah, it's good to follow someone that knows the way.
You need to follow someone that's following something.
Yes. So I went to that one too. It was a nice experience. After AGLA, I'm a writer. I write stories, non-fiction, fiction mostly, and non-fiction. So recently, that should be August, I released one of my books. Though it still is amazing. It's haunted. It's a story, very interesting story actually.
We can be.
So, and I've been growing. I have a lot of things. I've not been posting for some time, but I've been writing, just keeping them to be released in a later time. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. I'm Senior Ambassador Rebecca Adewoye, cohort 8. Okay, my experience in AGLA has been fantastic. In fact, it has really influenced me in a positive way. Yeah, it has really been a great impact on me, my perception about life, about things generally. I've always been this person that always stay on my own. I actually got to know about AGLA through Lizzie, Senior Ambassador Elizabeth. So yeah, it has been wonderful actually. I've always been this person that stay on my own. I've always been on my own. She say, don't just stay indoor days. I know you need to get you need to get to know about this. You need to get to know. Okay, now let's see. And I really find it interesting. It was wonderful and amazing. And after AGLA, I've also attended some other online training as well that has been of a great impact to me and my business. Thank you. Round of applause. Alright, because of the speaker, everyone sitting here will have to use their God-given mic. Okay. Thank you.
Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah!
Apostle. My name is Morakinyo Abiola Elijah, aka Elias. I got to know AGLA through Ambassador Adit Ismail. She has been my, should I call her my school? Praise the Lord. She has been my school sister, and I know her for excellence. So whatever she does, I know she's doing something great. So I have to just follow. Like she's following, I'm following her. So AGLA experience, I'm following now. So AGLA experience was very, very interesting. Even though it was somewhat stressful for me because I was working there, I had to do it. And I did code 4, and by God's grace, I was the main captain there. So it was very, 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 very interesting. To cut this short, after I'm AGLA, I also participated in another online training, the Mike People Academic Stuff, Mogi. So I did that one too. So after the 2 online courses, in AGLA I'll be hearing live your best life. Live your best life. I'll be like, how can I even live my best life? So so I remembered I had the talent to, I had the gift to, I have some things I can do and all that. I sing, I write songs and all that. So after AGLA and Mogi, I released my first song, I'm Gonna Make It. If you've not had this song before, I have it too. When we finish, probably you have to. I'm Gonna Make It. So during the Corona period, I released another one again. I believe. So I released that one just to make everybody feel everything is going to be alright. And by God's grace, everything is becoming alright. Yes. So after that again, I participated in a volunteering stuff like that called Put a Smile. It's an initiative and it's called Put a Smile. We went to that AGLA. We have to. It's not something we do outside or something like that. It's something we have to just do to the community around. So we went to AGLA. We distributed so many things, food and all that for those people that are less privileged and all that. So. And after then, I've been growing in my own way as a singer and all that, and the way I know I can invest. By God's grace, I'm releasing another song very soon. So it's going to be released on the 1st of January 2021. And the title of the song is Ashe Oluwa. Praise the Lord.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
I returned from court, so yes, my but I enrolled into AGLA. I should have enrolled before court, so but I have issues with my phone because I got to know AGLA from here.
Yeah, we are an ambassador.
So then I should have enrolled, I think, court 9. My phone was somehow but even at that time, my phone was not really good. I had to use the speaker. And I have to, sometimes I have to use the speaker to hear the voice notes and all the rest. I think like thrice, my WhatsApp chat wiped off 3 times during the academic period. Thanks to my bestie in AGLA. I can want to face. She has been very helpful. She really helped me a lot. Those 3 times I had to chat her, please. I'm not going to tell my silence. She had to forward the messages to me. And I really love this period. I've been able to gain a lot from AGLA. Before I enrolled into AGLA, I'm the kind of person that I'm an extrovert. And most of my friends, they use that against me. They be like, you talk too much, you play too much, you're not serious, this and that. I be like, even so many times when I try to be calm, it's like I'm offending myself. Because people start saying, what's wrong with you? Are you okay? Are you fine? Are you sick? Is everything okay? I'm like, how would I satisfy you people? But when I got to AGLA, I was able to understand my temperament. That sometimes you need to let people know what you stand for, when to play and not to play. Sometimes when you are filled with some things, when you are busy with things that are okay, I mean things that helps your life, you yourself, you don't even have time to do some extremely unnecessary things that will affect your life. So, and also I'm able to brand my fashion because I'm kind of person that I'm always shy to tell people that I'm a fashionista. I don't know why. Even when I was in school, I do work, but some people say, so you can sew? I didn't even know. I don't know how to tell you that I can sew.
Even though you can talk.
Even
I can talk. Like, I can't tell people what I'm doing. But after I graduated from AGLA, I was able to brand myself.
So
and
it's okay.
for now, like Temple fashion, that's what I do now. Fully. I do have my male and female
Yes, so
fashion wear, so you can contact me. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Kind of
Manly
my
voice.
So good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, Senior Ambassador Jacob Emmanuel Demtayo. My experience at AGLA has been was awesome. I could tell from waking up early in the morning, rushing to work, and the next thing you have to remember is that hey, you have a class. No, not even the assignment at first. You have a class to attend, and you're trying to listen to voice notes, hanging on the bus, rushing, and be like, and I was like, when my profession again, being a banker again, and you have to like wake up very early, do some things. I'll be like in the office.
You got plenty money for us.
I'll be like in the office. Sometimes I don't even listen to voice notes when I'm going to the office because sometimes 7 o'clock and when I'll be like, message. When I get to the office. So while I'm attending to customers or doing one or two things, I'll just plug in my headphones and try to listen to the assignment. I'll be like, assignment. I'll look for it. Sometimes I won't lie. I used to cheat. I'll just go online. I'll just go online, search for some words, do some research, and you just combine everything. And you're like, I'm just really thankful, but it was an awesome experience. When it was time to write the ebook, I was like, can I do this thing? But something pushed me that you don't think that you have to do some things, you have to sacrifice something. I was like, okay. And I just thought of it, took my pen, my book, jotted some things down, and for a start, I jotted some things and just dropped the paper. I mean, just the paper, so I was like, you're still there. I'm coming back. So it was just like a week too. I was like, you've not submitted this assignment to this project. I just sat down. This time I was supposed to be enjoying my sleep. And I started taking my pen, writing, and all that. I felt like, okay, when I submitted, I was like, thank God. So this man will not disturb me again. Then when it was the video shoot, I was like, And somebody that has the knowledge of video editing and everything, I was like, I can't go through this stress again now. So I had to leave home, go somewhere and tell the person, hey, I have one project to do. You are the one that will video me. If you say that I'm not doing well, just tell me. If it is to cancel it and not submit, I would. But the person tried to motivate me, push me. I was like, big bro, you are saying rubbish, change. And with all that, after I submitted and I went through all the charts and all the lessons that was taught, and I felt like, if I could go through this experience, then anywhere I go, I should be able to stand out and be able to dish out some things and let people know that, okay, someone is there. Then, after that, we graduated. I graduated with quad 13. And I don't know if the quote was the best one, because we have different people from different places that they will just come to your DM and be like, guy, how far have you done your? I'll be like, so it was an awesome experience. Then after AGLA, I joined an initiative which is Christ on the Streets, whereby we go and give out, reach out to people. And after that, I've been able to attend 1 or 2 meetings and seminars whereby they were just like, okay, can you just do this for us? And it was a wonderful experience, and it's glad seeing you, Puss Face, and I thank you for everything.
Good afternoon, everyone. Please don't mind my voice. Yeah, AGLA, it was a great experience for someone like me, and because I'm a very busy person, very busy person. I'm like a business person. I have a passion line, and also run a computerized employee business. So I got to know about AGLA through a friend of mine, Ola Isaac. Who was the one that I me to register my business name. So I just saw the post on his Facebook, so I what again like that. So I saw that when I want to do my programs, I love to do programs that are kind of expensive programs. I don't like doing 1,000, 2,000 programs. So when I saw the post from Ola Isaac, and Ola Isaac is a very great guy, I was like, this AGL, okay, let me just try. So I applied and I paid, I think it was how much, 2,000 or so. So I paid and I went through the lectures and all that, and I loved what I was seeing. So on the assignments and all that, it was not easy for me, being a very busy person. But I'm someone that if I want to do something, within minutes I get it done, just very fast. Because I'm sorry, I'm a very shy person.
We all shy.
Behind the scenes, I'm very, when I see people, I'm a very shy person. But I'm a great guy, right? I'm a very great guy. So, the assignment, it wasn't easy for me getting the assignment done. I have to go to work, attend to my customers and all that. But somehow I became the best graduating student. Most influential somehow. I don't know how that happened, but it was like a magic, yes. But so far it's been a great experience, and being part of the academy as one of the executives of the academy, it's really great. It has not been easy being a very busy person, but everything has been going on finally. And what AGLA has done to me, the impact is very great, very great. I won't say more than that, and we thank God for everything. Thank you.
Oh, sorry. My name?
Sorry. I am Sadiq Afia. I'm a Muslim. But when I tell people that I'm Muslim, people don't always believe me that I'm Muslim. Because I don't know. I don't know why, but my mom.
Inshallah, you're doing hard
My mom is a Christian, so both Muslims, Christian.
So what's your Christian name?
My Christian name, don't worry about it. So you can call me on our
Thank you so much. You guys have been amazing. You want to hear from me too? Yes! Alright, my name is Senior Ambassador Faith Akinwande, and I graduated from Port 12. My experience at AGLA, I got to learn about AGLA through Mr. David Akinwale. We're studying in the same state, the same local government, and we're in the same CDS group. So I didn't even know we had a project, and it was online. He posted and posted. Then a friend of mine, who is also his friend, saw me in the picture and mentioned my name. So I was like, my name was mentioned. I checked, so that's how we connected, and we became contact on WhatsApp, and I saw that he was posting some things. Before then, I checked his Facebook page, and I was like, this is a big person. Hey, Jesus. so that was how I got to know, and I saw, I was seeing the AGLA posts, the quotes, and all that. So I think that was February. Then March, I had it in mind to apply, but I couldn't. No, it was April. Then May, that was during Corona. And that was March, April. Then during May, I decided to apply for 12. That was April. I think April, end of April, May. Sure. So I entered AGLA. I was like, just let me do this. People were doing online courses. So I was like, let me just do also now. Been seeing people and so I just do also now. Been seeing people and so I applied and sincerely, it blew me off. I didn't even expect what I experienced. Sincerely, I was just thinking it would be maybe just do one course, or maybe the next day or the second day after 3 days do another course. But I realized it was morning and evening classes and all, and I was like, hey Jesus, will I be able to cope? And I coped. I did the ones I could, and I thank God it was during the lockdown, so it was easy for me. It was easy for me. During the book project, I started a bit late, but then I completed, and it was amazing. Within 2 weeks, I wrote a book. Before, actually, this year I was like, okay, I'll be writing short, maybe 5 pages and share and all. But my vision came to pass through AGLA, and I would say that AGLA is part of my success journey this year. And the video project also was amazing, and to God be the glory. After AGLA, I've been able to venture into some things. I am a social development enthusiast. I was a Lagos State Youth Ambassador. I did so many things. I volunteered. I was opportune to facilitate in a purpose seminar and all for teenagers. And I thank God that since AGLA, my mind has been shifted. It's amazing. Thank God. And we thank you, sir, for all that you've done. Thank you very much.
It's not necessary.
Very necessary.
Okay, so my name is Ambassador Adewale Sambara, Quad 2. I got to know AGLA. I was just scrolling through Facebook one day, and I just saw Senior Ambassador Ola Isaac is a Quad 1 graduate. So I saw the flyer on his Facebook timeline. I was like, AGLA. Though I'm used to online courses because I do take courses from Udemy and EDX like that. So I was like, okay, let me try it. But when I say 1 month, what will I be doing for 1 month? 1 month. When I even started and I got to know that the lecture was 7 a.m., I was like, can I cope with this thing? Well, let me just give it a try. And the journey started 7 a.m. I'll be listening to voice notes while going on the street. People will be like, what is going? Sometimes I will have to bring out my book and jot, and also just sit down one corner while working, just jot something down. And seriously, AGLA, it has really been, I don't know the English to use, I don't know the adjective too. Seriously. One thing that stands out is the icon mentality that and the network of people AGLA was able to bring to me. Example is my boss here. And Senior Ambassador Esther Debayo, that we have been doing quite a lot of gym together. So now I call her my second mommy, and it has really been a very nice experience. And about the measure I've been taking, first I was able to understand, during my stay in AGLA, is that leadership starts first with you. If you have to conquer yourself before you go out there to show people the true leaders you are. So one thing I've been able to do is, knowing how to lead myself, because sometimes I look at myself and I'm like, what really happened? Like, what really changed about you? You get to a certain stage in your life and you be like, what really happened? And to be sincere, AGLA, I just don't know how to qualify it, but AGLA really sets a lot of things. And when I was given an executive position as the PRO, I was like, are you sure? Are you sure it's my name? When I saw the message, I was like, are you sure? I'm a small boy, you're coming to see by the height. And seriously, so I've been able to reach out to people in talking to teenagers. I also have my own online class where I teach writing to people. It's called Write Well for Visibility, Profit and Impact. The second edition just graduated last 2 weeks. So through that, I've been reaching people, attending seminars, taking connections from people, and man, it has been a journey. Being intentional is really profitable, and I must say a big thank you to AGLA. I must say a very big thank you, especially to our director. Like I call him Daddy, and he has no choice again. He has accepted it. So thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Okay. Oh, it's true. Somebody just joined us now. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Okay. My name is Senior Ambassador Christabel Eno Aborode. And I joined AGLA last year, cohort 3. Yes. Okay. I actually got to know AGLA through a friend, and I just saw her posting AGLA every time on Facebook. I had to ask her, babe, which one is this one again now? And she told me all about AGLA, what she's benefiting from the training and all of that. But then I wasn't really spurred up to join just yet. But then when I got to see some of her posts when she's talking about AGLA and she's mentioning SDG. That not drew my attention because of my love for SDG and what I do. So I had to chat her that, please tell me how to enroll. And she was like, why are you interested? I said, I'm interested particularly because of the SDG connection. You know, I do SDG. Okay. So I applied. It wasn't easy at all. You know, like he said, Lagos Live, shuffling, turning back and front, and you're just inside the vehicle, you're listening to something. And funny thing is that I've not gotten an apartment then. I was staying in the family house, NCCF. So it wasn't funny. Like, it wasn't funny. You know how NCCF family house can look like and all of that. But then the journey was beautiful in the academic. It was beautiful. Like, it was beautiful. Okay, some things that I basically was doing before just for the fun of it became more clearer, and I begin to see how much I can take it deeper, how I can even start monetizing them. You know that money thing. Not like money. So I begin to see clever actually how to monetize things that I have even taken for granted. I remember during the academy, one of the day I was saying, now I know I can even monetize my smiling face.
Now, I'm serious. I'll start monetizing my glasses.
Yes, I remember that one. I posted my teeth. I said, anybody that wants to sign a deal for a toothpaste, please, here's my teeth. Thank you. It's funny, but the essence is the clarity that I got. I don't know, but it was amazing. And after the academy, they launched out of things. I think I did my first ever online class during the academy. My first ever hosting an online class. I've been doing a lot of events offline. I'm an offline person. I do majorly all my stuff offline, and I have never pushed it online, you know. Okay, my audience are offline. So that actually made me to see how I can actually bring it online and it can still sell. So I did my first ever and I had 50 persons registered and I'm like, whoa, this is beautiful. So the journey continued from there and it's been amazing. It's been amazing. I've taken a lot of steps. I've taken, as a human capacity building consultant, it has just been offline, but AGLA made me to launch into online. I've hosted a lot of seminars. I've been a facilitator in some online classes as an intentional teacher because I teach intentionality. What do I say? Yes, AGLA has really blessed me with a lot of beautiful people, beautiful souls, a lot of beautiful sisters, a lot of beautiful brothers, not just brothers and sisters thing, that kind of church, but that kind of brothers and sisters that like, they are my brother, like, brother, they are my sister from another mother. Okay, I have some of them like Senior Ambassador Basil, Senior Ambassador Gideon, Senior Ambassador Olaton. Okay, those names might be strange to you guys. Yeah, you know, like, okay. So, it's been beautiful. Yeah, that's all I can say for now. Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. Honestly speaking, I don't know what to say because I don't know where to start from. But my name is Senior Ambassador Adiola Murakinyo Mary. But yeah, but now Mrs. Boateng. But so I joined Quad 7.
Hold on, can you use your mouth?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So it was through my brother, the Senior Ambassador Murakinyo Abiola. So it was through him I joined AGLA. So it has been a beautiful journey so far, and I've been able to meet so many people, like just online. You know, it's an online stuff. I'm just seeing new faces now. But people from Ghana, Cameroon, we're able to chat. So once I just drop something online, they'll chat me like DM, and I don't have much to say, but I'm so happy. I'm happy. And I want to use this opportunity to also thank everybody. Like, even though some people were not there, you were there somehow on my wedding stuff. So thank you very much, Senior Ambassador David, the director. He has always been there. This is my first time seeing him though, but it's as if I've seen him for years. Thank you so very much. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Please, your phone on silent, please. Please, if you have not done that. And also, there's going to be a question and answer session. So if you have a question, you can start writing it. It can count across leadership, business, impact, any other stuff you have. You can just write it down. There will be time for that to answer the question. So.
Okay, all right. While we wait for the next section to come in, somebody calling, so we have to cater for them. Alright. There's something about life that is very important, that there's difference between speed and progress. Some people, the way you say, I look at some of my mates that when we started together, I think you people should see from my start of them. I was saying that my personal brand really suffered a lot when I started AGLA. I don't push for any training, coaching stuff. I did a lot of free stuff this year. Actually, some people, if they come to me from the academy director, and some of them they will come, they will report everything. Like, it got to a day I felt in my spirit, I have to pray for someone. There was a very strong impression on me. Because the way you people see AGLA is where I see it, but me I see more. You understand? So even when people suggest that, why can't you do this? I say, you know what? AGLA will grow. It's not me. It's a grow. Alright? So I've been in, we find ourselves in some situation that sometimes we'll be doing family order. Once it's 6:55, I just waka, go to my room, on my data, first class. I'll come back. My dad understand. That's something. Have people who understand you. It will be very difficult. When I started all this online thing, I can press phone. I press phone. I press phone very well. But the thing is, know what you are doing. When I did a self, before the anniversary, I wanted to know, okay, David, can you just do a self-appraisal of yourself? Let's just maybe be on track. I want to pay a coach. I've been following him for like 2 years now. And we have talked before on phone. So it was like, now David, now you want to pay me for something. What happened? I said, sir, I've been following you, I just determined to do that. And when we had a cleansing session it's supposed to be a day, but me, 2 days. It was 2 days. So we had a 2 days cleansing section, and it was very awesome. And then I see there's more to what is one that even give me the confidence to be a leadership trainer. I was like, because when he gave me the report, I was like, leadership. Let me just be Benny David Akinwale. You understand? So clarity is just something it's like a light. Do you understand? Like somebody give you money now, you just remember, I want to pay this thing. What happened? Your brain begin to process different things. That's how clarity looks like. Begin to program different things. I need to do this, I need to do this thing. But the most important thing is, our purpose in life is just one thing. Like everybody's moving towards one thing. But that one thing, God now separated. Now make it more wider. You see some people in fashion, you see some people in the earth, you see some people in government. And the way things are going now, that's what I was saying. People who are, they are still, maybe let's go into governance now. They are still on, did it go? I don't know what you people may be thinking, did it go? Because of what? There be a transition of a new generation. If you notice, there's a flyer I shared from Samuel Kodayo, Dr. Samuel Kodayo. He has done 2 events now, transgenerational influence. He did another one of fathers and sons. That's to show you the kind of thing that is coming. So they're trying to tell you that what you know, you don't think there are millions of people that miss it. I'm telling you. I was with a friend yesterday. He said that he rolled out a training. A training like was like, he saw the alert. People don't know this thing. Another alert. Yeah. So these people don't really know this. I said, you know what? That Iru that used to cook, somebody turned it to powder and is making millions with it. Did they add it? I was like, turn Iru to powder, like powder form. It's like everything is about what? The mind. I'm saying different thing now. Your mind, seriously speaking. I remember one of my pastors told me something. He said, I know you. If you set your mind to do something, you will do it. Anything you set your mind to do, you will do it. When you are today, this is not what you planned. Seriously. The day Christabel called me, like, I've seen a place, this is the amount. on a serious note, I have no money in my account. But that day, I sent money to her, okay, let's be doing it gathering. And that time, okay, I will send money to, I will say, okay, next week I will send another money. As I'm talking, and then I told her I will send money next week. What she see a lot. David, you said, I said next week, but you see money now. The thing is, your mindset and faith is very powerful. Once you set your mind to do something, I have not seen that devil. It's what I've practiced. I have not seen, even your dad can never stop you. Once that thing is good and you set your mind to do it, you yourself will be shocked. Oh. I saw one documentary yesterday about Akon City. So it was by Sumbi Peters. He's a consultant. They invited him to AGLA before. Can you remember? That was last year December. No, I will still talk about relationship. You need to build quality relationship. Your circle of influence. That guy I was speaking to with yesterday, he knows this man. I don't know if someone knows Chris Annie. They know him very well. There's another person they call him Shina. He's very close to the man. So this person I was talking to, he knows the person. I was like, what a small word. Like, this life is about, you don't know the people that will help you. And we need people. I was telling yesterday that, see, if you want to put this vision alone, you will die. It will die. And then my tomorrow says something, that vision you have is from God, right? Good. Life will challenge you. People will challenge that vision. They want to see that vision is really from God. So your tenacity, your mindset, your faith. You know, I was telling my mom one day that, Mom, one day you come to my company and you are my mom, but me did not know you. You just call. You know, like, there's someone at the security gate. He says your mom. Okay, you can come in. Remember, like, you mean you're not allowed to enter. You know when you enter. But you know, I was picturing it. Then I said that, and that picture was like, Mom, one day I will go to Dubai and you will follow me. You know, my mom, they have work they are doing. You know, she was like, I follow you to Dubai. What should I be doing there? I said, we go for seminar and training. You know, I begin to say, you know, the words of a mouth, they're very, very powerful. Actually, on a serious note, when Christopher was telling me that she saw this lady, money was so high. But there's something I know about her. I know she's going to she's going to talk the thing down. So as she was saying it, I just forwarded the money. You know, sometimes, you know, I'll be disturbing people in the DM. All those things, yesterday I was discussing with him that the strategies I learned from email marketing. We call it 377. When you send a message to someone, after 3 days no reply, send that message. After 7 days the person don't reply, send another reply. The person must reply. 377 strategy. Every complaint that is not following up, how will the company survive? How? Temptation. There are people who put phone call to people. If you have registered notification, you will receive phone call from them. Yeah, that's follow-up strategy. They will call you, okay, are you registering for feedback, V100, all those things like that. They still call again. All those things are part of it. And that's one of the things I implemented in AGLA. I was telling someone that no matter the numbers in the orientation program, as that the AGLA team doing their work, they will see my message. They will see my message. All those things are things I have learned over the time and experience, you know. So let me just back up what I'm saying. Mindset is very, very powerful. Very, very powerful. When I look at my mates that have, let me say, grown, that's maybe they have money, understand. Some of them are on low key, you don't know. But me, there's a way I know people. I know this guy has entered something. I find out, what's up? David, this, that. Oh, there's even one girl like that. She closed her Facebook account. She started her fresh again. The day I saw her at South Africa, John Obedi Facebook group, I messaged her straight. How far, baby, now what's up? He said, David, you know what? My client now international. I say, oh, well, John. The thing is the mindset thing. What you see, AGLA you see today, it has been my mind for long. I enrolled for a job, a teaching job. You say, where do you see yourself in the next 5 or 3 years? I see myself teaching people. Teaching, coaching, mentoring naturally. That's me. It comes to me naturally. Always it comes to me naturally. So, same that word. If you not hear anything today, don't forget, anything you set your mind to do, and you are really focused about it, If there are 20 witches in your village, and you are focused about it, and there's faith in God, you will do it. All those 20 witches, they will say that, oh, we did not know, congratulations. Because your mind is powerful. Why? Because that's the soul, that's the mental, that's the emotions. Very, very powerful. Let's continue. I will hand over the mic to my guys. I have our guys here.
Thank you very much, sir. That was powerful. It entered my mind, and I know that since that's entered my mind, it will not go. Even my village people cannot. So on to the next.
So the next item on the agenda is a short lecture by Senior Ambassador Christabel. Please, a round of applause for her. Strategic planning and visionary for 2021. So, over to you.
Hello. Let me use the voice of the writer. Hello.
I. Please, the question, we can start writing them down now. If you have one, please, you must have question. Everybody must have question.
And let me add to it. Your question can range from if you have a business idea that feels difficult to start, more like you don't know how to go about it. Ask. If you're having, if it's a relationship question, ask. If it's emotional question, ask. If it's what was the I've mentioned this.
It's a spiritual question. Ask.
Right, yes. If it's spiritual question, ask. Because we ask questions to know. You don't ask questions, there are a lot of things you will not know. I so emphasize on asking questions because when they say somebody is very, very curious, check that person very well. There are a lot of things the person knows. The only thing the person has to now work on is how do I utilize what I know? Because it's one thing to know, it's another thing to utilize what you know. A lot of people know, but they don't know how to bring it into usefulness. Okay, strategic planning for 2021. And I just mentioned look. You don't become strategic if you don't know. Strategies start from one single knowledge, one single idea. When the idea comes, then you now begin to think of how to strategize around that idea that you've gotten. Of course, we talk about strategic planning. It's not a strange word to any one of us. So it's not really a time to be defining strategic planning. If I ask every one of us now, you say the way I organize myself, the way I plan, the way I draw out a timetable, different ideas will actually come up as it has to do with strategic planning. Now, we are very emphatic to say for 2021, the year is gone, 2020 is gone. I'm very sure every one of us had big dreams for 2020, and some of it is fulfilled, some of it is 50%, some of it is 30%, some of it is 20%, and all that. It's not a room to actually feel bad that okay, maybe I planned my own but I just got 20%. Like 20% is fine actually. Early this year I organized a goal seminar class offline. Like I said, I'm an offline person. I do little online, I do more offline. I organized a seminar on offline early this year. That's February. Yes, on the 1st of February. And one thing that was so emphatical is the fact that when you don't have a plan around what you do already, you will easily have plan that doesn't come to pass. This is a mistake many persons make when they enter into a new year. They just sit down and plan. I want to buy a car. I want to write a book. I want to open a new business. I want different things can actually come up. Now the question that I asked during the seminar is that, what were you doing last year? This plan that you just highlight, does it have anything to do with what you've been doing before now? Why did that question have to come up? When you are drafting out a new plan entirely that is different from what you've been doing, it will take you time to actualize it. But when you are having a plan around what you've been doing, it comes more easier to achieve it. For example, you are a writer and you say in 2021 I want to publish a book. It's easy for you to actually now highlight how to actually publish the book and which book to actually publish. But you're not a writer and you're not planning to take a course on the writing, and then you now have in your plan, I want to publish a book in 2021. Is either you will do plagiarism or at the end of the day, the year will finish empty. Then the next thing you say is that this year not just balance. We did a practical work, an assessment work during the training, and I told everybody to highlight what they were doing last year. Now marry it to this year plan and see, do they match? This is not saying that you cannot plan something different. When you're planning something different, you should now first of all plan inside that your plan. How do I start this different thing? Now, when I say I want to publish a book next year and I'm not a writer, of course I will know that the first step to take is going to register for courses that will make me to learn the act of writing. So the first plan is not actually the publishing of the book, but the first plan should be, how do I write? I want to start a business. I want to start a fashion business next year. The plan should be, what do I have to know to start up the fashion business? Not where is the money. Where is the money is secondary. Yes, please. Most of the time we put money first. And in the pursuit of money, it can look so difficult to get. But when you have a clarity as to that thing that you want to do, how to get the money become easy. So when you are strategically thinking of the plan that you want to draft out for next year, the first thing that should come to your mind is, what am I doing this year? And then another mistake again is that we plan that are supposed to be a long-term plan, we are making them short-term plan.
For example, I said I want to, what plan can be short, long term now? Okay, let me say I want to buy a land next year. First of all, how much do I have in my account? I will have to ask the question. Now, let's say I don't have money in my account right now. And then, what kind of work am I doing? That's another question. Oh, it's faith, right? And I said something during my class that, in as much as I believe in faith, in as much as I believe in miracle, the Bible said, faith without work is dead. So, in a world that we are that is full of competition, there are strategies that you just need to put in place to get things right. I read something here. I said strategy has many definitions. Strategy has many definitions. Now, but generally, it involves setting strategy goals, right? Good. How you do your own strategy now determine the kind of results that you are going to get. So the issue is not just planning. The issue is, how do I go about the planning? I asked a question during one of my class that if you want to be a fashion designer next year, the question of this year should be, what am I doing now that will actually make me to follow into the line of fashion designing? Your present action must have a relationship with the future that you have in view. Your present action must have a relationship with the future that you have in view. So, you don't do a wide plan. Plan it strategically. That's why the word strategy is there. My strategy cannot be your strategy. So you have to ask yourself, what strategy should I employ that will aid me to experience this change that I want to see in 2021? Not just sit back and say, okay, 2021, I think I'll buy, okay, we have fashionistas here. I'll buy 2 extra sewing machines, and then, okay, I should be able to sew a minimum of 500,000 naira clothes from clients. Now the question is, what do I have to do to be able to buy that sewing machine? What strategy do I have to put in place to get more customers? Because you know you need money to buy the sewing machine. And you need customers to get the money. So, when you have the big picture, your strategy now should not come in, how do I get to the big picture? So your 2021 vision should be like this. This is a general achievement I want to get. But the planning should be the step-by-step procedure on getting that thing. It keeps you on track. It keeps you in check. That when it's 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, and you're not getting to that thing yet, the first thing that will come to your mind is, am I actually following the step that I've drawn out? Yes, unforeseen situations will happen, circumstances will come up that will want to tamper with what you have planned. But having a plan already will keep you in check. And then another thing is being intentional. Being intentional with that plan that you have planned. See, if you're not intentional with any plan, it will not work. Yes, we are in a world that is full of competition, is full of challenges, ups and downs. It is only intentional people that get what they want. I want to get this against all odds. When you're able to have that, director mentioned mindset. And I use the word intentionality. When you have the mindset, you now have to be intentional. That's why a lot of people have a great mindset. Like they have a great mindset to do some very, very great thing. But yet they are not doing it. You know the problem? They lack intentionality. How intentional are you? Of course, let me go back to the example I used of fashion. Of course, please fashion people, pardon me. Of course, you have decided that you'll be making 500,000 naira at the end of the year. Then you will know that some of your sleep will be taken from you. Because by the time you are receiving enough clothes from customers, and you still want to maintain your 6 hours of sleep that you have been having, you will have challenge with customers. And by the time customers notice you're not delivering, they will leave you. They will leave you. Okay, so the only thing that can make you to be balanced, my fashion designer actually opened a Bonanza class, because is it class now? No, promo, because it's her birth month and she gave promo. You see the numbers of people that were paying in because it's promo. Like a clothes she told me last month that she was going to make for me 10,000 naira. And the promo price is now 6,000 naira. Imagine how sweet it is. Many of us grabbed it. At the point, somebody now asked her, all these clothes you are collecting, are you sure you are going to deliver our work? And she now made a public announcement that I will stop collecting clothes on the 15th of December. That's an intentional person. She is the type of fashion designer that you give her clothes, your clothes, and tell her that you need it tomorrow. You will get it that tomorrow. So that had made her to win a lot of draws. So when she opened the promo, people weren't bothered with the fact that what if she did not deliver? They rushed into it to grab it. So what are the intentional steps that you are taking? You want to start a business next year. What is the intentional step that you're taking to launch onto the business? For example, I sell perfume, and I'm saying that I want to be able to sell 50 bottles, 50 perfumes in a month. Probably I will have to ask myself, how many bottles have I been selling? So it's not just about saying, next year I want to sell 100 bottles. First, you will have to put in check, how many bottles have I been selling in a month? And then you might not see that, okay, I've been selling like just 20 bottles in a month. So when you're not aiming at 100 bottles in a month, you know that that's a very risky plan, right? Very risky. You'll be selling 20, and now you want to be selling 100. You know that plan is very risky. At the end of the day, you might get You might not even get to the 20 because the ambition was just too high. And then you know, this business said it has tired person. It has tired person. No, they are not even buying again. Even when I draw my plan, this plan is not working. It is not the plan, it is you. First, you need to ask, how many bottles have I been selling? And you say, okay, I've been selling 20 bottles. Okay, I want to top it. I should be selling 30 bottles. What am I trying to say? When you're making a plan, you don't make this extra. What is it? It's actually extra large. extra large. What kind of strength? Because you have faith. Yes, me too, I have faith. But you cannot achieve what you want to do if you begin to aim at something that God expects you to know it. He said, He knows our plan. Let me bring in the scripture now. He knows our plan and He directs our steps. He will only direct your step, but the action still has to do with you. And maybe it is 10 a.m. that you used to go out for marketing and you come back by 12. And you are still maintaining 10 a.m. and come back by 12. And yet you are aiming at selling 30 bottles. In the end, you will not even get it. And then you will not say, this plan I planned this month, it will just work. It didn't work because when you plan, you didn't put the alternative in view. When you're planning, how do I get it? Must come to play. If I am selling 20 before and I want to be selling 30, then I should know that instead of spending 10 to 12, I should be spending like 10 to 2 p.m. Do you get it? I should be adding an extra time. If I have been doing marketing in just my WhatsApp group, just my WhatsApp status, I should move to Facebook. If I have just been dropping this post and I'll just forget about it. At this time, I should be able to chat those. At this time, I should be able to chat those that are viewing the post. After viewing, I noticed like there was something I did one time. And after some time I said, see if you viewed the last post, wait for me in your DM. If you follow my WhatsApp status, you might remember that time. I was doing something one time that time and I needed response, and then I noticed some people were just viewing the post and just passing. And I posted another one. If you viewed my last post, please expect me in your DM. Why? I needed more attention. So there is no strategic planning for 2021 if you are not strategic with the process. There is no strategic plan for 2021 if you're not strategic with the process. The process is the key. One year I said, I'm going to start selling this product. I looked at it, I wasn't having money to sell the product. And then the first thing I asked myself is, how do I get this money? Before the year finished. I made a plan in December. I want to enter January. I said I'll be starting the business January. In December, I asked myself, how do I get this money? Like, how do I get it? And I'm like, how do I get it now? So it looks as if there is no way to get it. If I don't ask somebody to borrow me. And I was not ready to borrow. I went somewhere, I came back, I was having just 400 naira left in my hand. I looked at my hand and said, what can I use this money for? I need to start that business next year. 400 naira. I went inside, I told my dad, Daddy borrowed me 3,000. He looked at me, 3,000. What do you want to use it for? I said, I want to use it. I want to go to market. Like I want to sell, I want to do chin-chin, I want to do zobo. I need. He said, I don't have money to borrow you. I said, Daddy, borrow me. I will pay you next week. He said to go and bring paper. That's how funny he can be. I went to bring paper. He wrote it. He signed. I signed too. What was I doing? I was trying to look for possible means to get what I am aiming at next year. Instead, I took the money. I went to the market. I went to buy Zobo things. You know Zobo now? I went to buy it and I started. The first one I did not see customers to buy it. The next morning, I'm off now. The next morning, I wore my clothes, opened the freezer, packed the Zobo inside sacco bag, and I told my dad I'm going out for market. He said, where are you going? I said, all the schools in this street, they must buy my Zobo today. I went out. I was entering each school. I said, I have Zobo. It's in my bag. It's in this bag. If you want more, my house is not far. I can go and bring. He said, our students, they don't buy so much. I said, teachers now, teachers. See, just test it. I'll give you people, as per teachers now, I'll give you free. But just introduce me to your students. And I was able to sell like 40 bottles that day. I came back. I came back to the house. I increased the strategy. Where else can I go to do? Where else can I go to do? I went to all the shops that are close to us. I told them, I'm selling Zobo. I want to put it in one rubber in front of your shop. And please, you help me sell it too. See, when you want to be strategic, you have to put the plans, the process of that strategic plan in place. If not, you will not get it. In the end, before the year runs out, I was supplying 100 bottles of Zobo per day. I started it in December. Before the December finished, I was supplying 100 bottles of Zobo per day. And each one I do, my profit is nothing less than 1,200 naira. And I can do like 4 wrap in a day. So imagine I'm making, and there is a way I will package some period that instead of making 1,500, I will make 3,000 naira. So I was able to, as I'm making it, I'm investing it back. On Saturdays, everybody know in my house, don't send me anything because I need to prepare for Sunday business. I will go to market, buy more because I sell times 2 of what I used to sell on Sunday. I have more customers for Sunday. So when I come on Sunday, when I'm preparing for Sunday, I'm preparing like somebody that is coming to Lagos market. I will stock the freezer, like stock it, and the freezer will be empty. As soon as we say the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ, the love of God, amen, I am in front of the church. You must buy my Zobo. If I see somebody, Auntie, buy Zobo now. Daddy, buy Zobo. Say, I don't feel like doing. The children want to drink Zobo. Don't you want to drink Zobo? That's that. But in conclusion, your strategic plan is not complete if you're not intentional. And you must be intentional with the process. If you're sleeping for 8 hours, you should know that the next one, you should be reducing the sleep. Thank you so much. I pray that as we fix our plans for 2021, God will help us to bring it to. It will give us wisdom on how to properly drive it. Because the truth is, it is God that giveth wisdom. There is no experts in wisdom. It is God that giveth wisdom. Thank you so much.
Amazing. Fantabulous. Fantaglorious. Please, a round of applause. There's no strategic planning without being intentional. I thought that. Okay, it's time for questions and answers. Do you have any question? Do you have any clarification? Do you have anything that you she has said earlier, it might be maybe in relationship, leadership, your business, spirituality, anything, any sphere, any aspect of your life, any question. Can I see your hand? Or did you write it? Okay, you have it written. Any other question? You people must ask questions. In fact, I'll come and be giving one by one.
Let's start with the first question. Let's go with the first question.
We should go with this one that is written here.
Okay. I'm expecting more questions. You people must ask. We have 2 questions here. Question 1. How can I develop a brand name for 2 or more commodities that aren't of the same use? How can I develop a brand name for 2 or more commodities that aren't of the same use? Should I ask the second or we take it one after the other? Anybody can answer. If you have any idea, you can share. That's true. Now, how can I develop a brand name for 2 or more commodities that aren't of the same use? Let's say now that maybe I sell Zobo and I sell clothes too. How do I brand?
Provisions and household items. How can I develop a brand name?
First, because trying to sell a product, if you are selling a product, you want to sell more than 2 products. One product must complement the other product. Do you understand? Let's say you're selling soap. You should also be selling sponge, maybe a bathing sponge or washing sponge. So you confuse people. You are trying to sell 2 different products. For instance, I'm into fashion design. Like I have a fashion line, and I also do computerized embroidery. There's a way those things connect. Do you understand? Now you are giving yourself headache. You're saying you want to sell products that does not complement, and you are looking for a brand name for that. Here you get. So you have to focus on one thing, right? Or you have to look for a product that complement the other products. Change it. You don't need to confuse people. You want to be profitable, especially in this kind of what's it called, country. Change the stand. Don't say you are selling clothes and you want to sell like Malone. There will be problem. Change the stand. If you are selling clothes, you need to sell accessories that will make people to get.
Actually, those things.
Okay.
Same like
Can I know those things?
provisions and household items.
Provisions can be anything.
Yeah, provisions like all these
Milo, Bonfita,
like home appliance, using it.
Gojimo.
I need to be clear about those products, please.
Break it down. It's a plenty section full of chunks.
Kitchen appliances.
Okay, like hot plates,
And you're also selling food stores.
And you're selling provision.
Of course, you are still in the same line. You are still in the same line.
Let's go multi-purpose ventures. No,
Don't use multi-purpose ventures.
Is it the name you're looking for? Yeah, brand name.
Don't use multi-purpose ventures. Change that. You can use enterprises. Yes. Or you can use essentials. Yes. So then Then you now think of a name you want to use, maybe Omolabake. And when I need to advise you on something. If you are trying to develop a brand name, if you are from Africa, you have to use an African name. Cheers, I see people using the name all these foreign names. You understand? You are black people. You can't beat these people. If you are trying to use an English name, there is a way these people they've really gone far. You understand? So you have to come up with a brand name that talks about your heritage. You get? Like me, I have a personal business and I have a joint business with my brothers, and we use our name, our store name, we use Afria Brothers. So when you hear Afria Brothers, you know these people are from Africa. You understand? Then we have our products and all that. So I would advise you to choose. I won't tell you to
choose my like African name.
Yes, you understand. So if someone wants to add to that.
Thanks.
Do you have anybody wants to add to what?
Question number 2, please.
Yes, said. Okay, on to the next one. I'm presently planning to go further with my academics and at the same time planning to start a business. Is it advisable to go for the two at a time? Again, I'm presently planning to go further with my academics and at the same time planning to start a business. Is it advisable to go for the two at a time?
Actually, the reason why I want to go for the two at home is that my parents, number one, they are not in support that I should go and further more because I can't afford them. I can't actually say they are rich, but they will not be the one to be paying my fees. I'll be the one to be paying it. That's actually the reason why I want to do business also. And I actually struggle for my money. I'm a Saudi boy.
I'll share from my own experience here in Islam. It depends on your capacity and your own capacity. Can you handle it? In my own case, I'm a very crazy person when it comes to working and doing things together. You understand? So in my own case, when I finished from secondary school, I knew that the level of education that I want, my family might not be buoyant enough to sponsor me. You understand? So, and I look at the environment, so many things. I knew that if I want to further more, I will have to sponsor myself. You understand? So I didn't go for full time. I had to do part time. When people talk about selling, I didn't start the country. You understand? Talk about selling, I didn't start the country. You understand? Because of some circumstances, I would have loved to wear that copper uniform. But when I look at the environment and the circumstances around it, I knew that guys, you have to do part time. So I did part time and I was running my business. I was doing it was not. I won't lie. It was not easy. It's a very hard thing to do. You understand? So you have to know your capacity. Can you handle the stress, the pains, the sleepless nights, and all that? If you can handle it, of course.
I handle it very well. The one I even handled when I was in Saudi Arabia.
And also, you have to watch your social life because it's actually affected my own social life. You understand? And that is why when I'm in the midst of people, it takes time for me to, connect. You understand? Even with everything I have, the experiences and all that. So you have to watch your social life very well. So it's something you can do if you have the capacity. So,
I have something to say on that regard. Actually, it's very much possible. For example, I lost my dad before I gained admission to university. I was going for post-UME and then he died. I still went from post-UME, I went for the burial, came back to the university to write the post-UME. Thank you very much. So I went 2 weeks ahead for the post-UME, and that's the period with my dad's burial. I still, shuffled it, went for the post-UME and still came out successful and all that. And then gaining admissions was like, okay, you're on your own, do that kind of stuff. And my house, we are like to your tent, oh Israel. That's how we are at home. So everybody, or yours is your case. Anyhow you know you can pitch your tent, pitch it and don't destroy it. So I looked at it. I love fashion. Before I get admission, I already went to immediately after secondary school. I was like, what should I do? Should I go and learn computer, or I should just do this fashion stuff? And my CRK teacher then in secondary school was like, you can learn computer anytime of your life, but this fashion, go into it. When I wanted to go into it, my people were like, who will give you the money that you used to take care of yourself? You want to go and put it into fashion? And that was the money I got from my dad before he died. So I was like, let me just follow my dream. I love this fashion, let me go into it. So I went for the fashion. I learned for like, let me say 6 months. It was not even up to 6 months. Admission came and I went in. Luckily for me, my mom had sewing machine. So I was like, wow, opportunity. First year, I didn't go with my sewing machine. I was like, I must hit 5.0 this first year. Let me use it and survey and see what you've done. It was not really easy. And that first year, I was in liquid soap, doing the door, going from door to door. Year one, no. Going from door to go and source for customers. And at times, the attitude I get, I'll be like, God. At times, when I want to knock on somebody's door, I'll be like, oh Jesus, please just favor me. Let me just not shout at me. No, I'll pray. And then I'll knock. And so I'm like, what do you want? I don't know the buy. Come on here. You know, the attitude. Sometimes when I want to go on market, there's this heavy heart. I'm like, but I can't survive on campus, so I will still go. And some be like, hey, yeah, which level is there? I'll be like, year one. Then they say market, hey, yeah, so okay, we'll go back. You know that kind of pity, the boss that is, me, I'll be like, pity me money, shout out my product, give me the money. And some of them would not engage me in conversation and be like, this young girl, they want, don't they hustle like this? Now, they will not start talking to maybe their friends and like, see you there, they do slay mama. Now, person there, they hustle like this. You know, I got a lot of, but that did not deter me. It was not easy. There are times I'll be like, why am I being rejected and all that? But I discovered it's part of marketing. Everybody must not always buy from you. I kept on. So finally, yes, I went to carry my monthly machine. When I wanted to carry it, my stepdad was like, don't carry that, because one thing about me and sewing is once I hit the machine, I don't want to know whether I'm eating, I don't want to know whether I'm taking my bath. I'll be there until I finish that. Anything anybody is saying is none of my business. Until I achieve let my body be paining me, I'll be killing myself. The only time I can drop that thing is when I see that the style is becoming frustrating and I'm not getting what I'm doing. I'll just drop it and go like that. That's just it. So when it became the scenario at home that I'm always on the machine and be like, you don't bath? No. Sit time? You don't chop? No. So when I told them I was going to school with the machine, they're like, so that you will leave your academy and go on your academic pursuits and go and face tailoring. Please, if you want to go to tailor, tell us so that we'll just go and enroll you and you face one or that. No. I'm somebody that if I put my mind to something, I get it done, except my mind is not there. But if I say, this is what I want, I pursue to the latter, and I told myself that, Shibina, no worry, I will go with this machine, I will come out with a very good result, and I will still survive. They were like, I have to beg. The chef finally agreed. I took the machine to school. Sorry for the long story, but I'm driving at a point. I took the machine to school. I started. It was not easy. I'll have class, I'll have tests, I'll be on the sewing machine. And just like she said about her fashion designer, if you tell me you want the cloth tomorrow, I try as much as possible to deliver. So what I do at times, I do midnight. I can wake up 2 a.m. in the morning. I will sew till the next 2 a.m. the next day and sleep just within 3 hours. That's just me. I try as much as possible to meet up. Even during the exam period, my friends will be like, I'll be like, now I never read that here, so this person won't collect the God. They say, no, be you again. Anybody they follow you, go enter inside the time. So they just say never read. But when time reach now, your book go full inside class. I'll be like, no. But it's not that I've not read, but everybody has that mindset. Like, but during the exam, I still sew. And they got to the point, final year, it was terrible. I was sewing, I was doing church work, all this our the parents birthday, I think you can relate. You do mama shit, they are calling you here, there, and then project work. In fact, it was a whole lot. But my academic was still there. I was still reading, and I was still sewing. I was still doing other things, and combining business and academic. And my results was still going on fine. And as God will have it, I came out as the best graduating of my set. Even with the sewing, I sell grapper, I sell underwear, I did a lot of things and all that just to survive. And I still came out strong. So it's a matter of determination and know your capacity, like you said. Can you really do it? I knew my capacity. When I got my results, I had always wanted the first class from beginning. So I went to night class like crazy, my year one. And they were like, I know the rest. But that year one, my result was terrible. The year one that I went to night, I just told myself that I'm not going to night class again. Let me start at home. Did I want to read? I will read. Did I want to sleep? I was like, what is the killing of myself in night class? Mosquito bite me, I will not sleep at the end of the day. Results will still be bad. Let me stay at home. When I want to sew, I sew. And sewing is something that gives me joy. When I'm angry, I just get on the sewing machine. And once I'm on the sewing machine, I forget that somebody made me angry. As the one I'm sewing, I'm happy. And I wear the cloth and I flaunt it. Now yes, my miss one, do you have any problem with that? That kind of stuff. So finally when the whole thing rounded up and I saw my results, what I've been working for, it was the first class. I was like, wow, with all the struggling, with everything, with the sewing and all that. When I called my dad to tell him that I made the first class, he was shocked. My stepdad, because he was like, you are to say you will leave school, face fashion, but none of them suffered. I still did my fashion, and some of my customers, they were AGLA ambassadors. So it's more of a personal determination. I was determined that I'm going to do this business, I'm going to succeed because I have textbooks to buy. I'm not this bother buy for me, bother this, bother that kind of person. I love to work for my money. When I'm spending my money, I work for my that kind of feeling. And I'm not this boyfriend, girlfriend type of person. I have people coming for me, but I was like, that's not my thing. So I knew what I wanted. I wanted the first class, and I still wanted money. So I had to balance it. While I was reading, I was sewing. Till exam times, I will still be on the machine. I get a paper tomorrow, 2 a.m. I still be sew for machine. And the next one, I will still go and write the exam and remember what. So it's all about, do you really love what you're doing? Are you determined? One thing that helped me was I love fashion. It gives me joy. So it was more, I was not seeing it as stress. I was seeing it as satisfaction. You get? So do you really love what you want to do? And then do you have the mind? Have you checked your capacity? Can I really do this? Can I balance? It's not everybody that will have that capacity of balancing two things together. There's some person that, my elder sister once told me, say, this is my sister, how you dey do am? Only one thing why they do like this, the thing they scatter me, you do this one, you do that one, you do that one, and you're still there. I'm like, that's me. We don't have the same grace. I'm not an online person, like senior ambassador Krista herself. Online thing is not my thing. But there are people that do online and you see them, and then if I now start looking at them, I'll be like, because at times they have that feeling, this one they do this one. At the point, coach this, coach that, coach everywhere. Everybody is organizing one thing. I'm like, me too. Before you know, we'll enter coaches. So this coach to coaches. Let me to go and look for one thing I want to do coach for. But I looked at it, this is not me. So what is your capacity? What can you do? Can you manage? It's all about management. Can you manage it? If you can manage it, babe, go for it. You will come out strong. In fact, you'll be stronger than you went in for it. That's just the truth. If you know you can, think it well so that you don't enter and then you get hooked and there's no way it hangs you. If you know you can manage your business, and I have a classmate, she cooks, but she still managed it well. So if you can manage, babe, go for it, because this life now only you are capable.
Amazing.
She has said a lot, but I just want to add one thing.
One thing though.
What kind of business is it? It's not just about it's a mobile business. You see, all the businesses she highlighted, they are mobile businesses.
Do you want to mount a shop somewhere and be going to school? It is very technical. It is possible. Wait. You will lock your shop and go for class. And if your plan is to put somebody there, it is very risky. And if you lock your shop, you're going for class, you will lose customers. And if your customers now know you per time, that this is the time she opened the shop and this is the time she closed it. Remember, sometimes school calendar does not have, it's not balanced. So even if your customer know you today that she will open by 12, and then tomorrow you come and open by 4, you are putting them in trouble. They will not come and look for you by 12 tomorrow. And probably that tomorrow you are there. So if you're thinking you want to do a business while you go to school, what kind of business? You have to look for the one that is suitable for schooling and businessing.
Okay.
So I guess it's balance. You have to balance this. See, let me tell you something. Business and should I use the word double financing? Like you have this financial stream, you have this financial stream. It doesn't weigh you down. What weigh you down is emotional struggle. So you can do business perfectly well and go to school, fine. You will not have issues with your results. But from the day you start having emotional struggle, you have problem. So imagine you're doing business, you're going to school, you now have emotional trouble. It will not only affect academic, it will also affect the business. I experienced some emotional problem one time. I almost burned down a house. Yes, that terrible. That I finished, they took light while I have something on the heater. I just remove the water, pour it inside the bucket, and put it on top of the cooker, electric cooker. I remove the pot that is on the electric cooker before now, and put electric kettle, this plastic electric kettle, put it on top of electric cooker. That's what emotional struggle can do to you. I put it on top of it and I left. I went to go and hustle. They didn't bring light that day. It did not still occur to me. The next day they did not still bring light. It did not still occur to me. They brought light 3 days later. But yet, I didn't know that an havoc is already cooking because I wasn't stable. It was the third day, it was where I was. That somebody called me, Christabel, where are you? Your room is on fire. God helped. God was faithful. Thank God people were around. So they were able to trace it that it's coming from my room, and they just immediately switched the whole compound light off. That's the first thing they did. They switched the whole compound light and then. But what am I trying to say? Before you venture into school and business, highlight the kind of business you want to do. If it's not a mobile business, I will advise you, look for a mobile business while you are still in school. If the money is so much, convert it. Look for something to invest it on that will be paying you every month. See, brethren, let me talk like we are in church. There are investments that are real, that are genuine. You just need to know the right one. Real, you don't need to stress yourself. Every month you will receive salary, like say you dey work. So you can as well be using that to sort your school bill, and then use the other one to get a mobile business that you can do while you go to school. Thank you.
Wow, a way forward.
You have peanuts now, so you should know the way forward.
We all are aware of what's going on in our nation and in the world at large. And we are not the leaders of tomorrow, we are the leaders of today. And we all know that we are responsible we are change ambassadors, so we are responsible for the changes that needs to happen in our country. And in the next 15 minutes, we are checking time, and would like everyone to say one thing.
One or two things.
Other.
Just contribute.
Just should we do it like this or by raising of hands? And I'll still give you mic even if you do not raise your hand.
Everybody will talk. They'll just say something. Everybody will stop.
Alright,
Just sit down. Everybody will talk.
You just said something. Alright, so start from. Okay, let's start from here.
No.
We started here the other. Okay, we start from you.
Yeah, please,
Alright. Okay, so a new Nigeria, the way forward. Thank you very much. Who has something to say now? Alright. After you're done, please. We are moving like this.
Is there anything like a new Nigeria? I don't know how to put this, but the way Nigeria is supposed to be, there's nothing like a new. Nigeria has never been any way. Okay, I'm very sorry to say that. Sure, you understand. One thing I think should happen is that education. In times you have education, you understand. Our leaders have succeeded in educating us so that we will not ask them the question we are supposed to ask. Are you getting me? And also they have succeeded in withdrawing some things for us, thereby leaving us in hunger, so that we don't have the strength to ask them questions. My sister, if you are okay, financially, mentally, there are some questions you ask these people, and if they can't answer those questions, they will run away from you because they know you are educated. I'm not talking about the education we receive in school. The education for you to be able to ask the right questions. So that is one we need to educate ourselves. And another area is enterprising. I don't know if this word is correct. We need to take laws into our own hands in terms of venturing into something that will fetch you something, that will earn you something. You can't depend on the government, especially when you are in Nigeria. If you are expecting anything from the Nigerian government, it's a total failure. Are you getting me?
Yes.
So, to have that new Nigeria that you just mentioned, you have to educate yourself and venture into something that will earn you something, right? So that is my contribution.
Alright, thank you, sir. I also have a contribution. I think for a new Nigeria to start, we have
to have a new Nigerians. That is, the main problem is not about the system, it's about the people. There was one time during those, the campaign of EndSARS, we want youth government and stuff like that. So I went outside one time and I saw some youths discussing. They were like, oh sorry, I want to use you, but so that I will give you the exact word they say. I'm very sorry. They were like, Mama, they pay, I want, don't man shit, you know, no cool then. So while I was walking, I was like, imagine, the mentality is everybody now. Everybody now just wants to go there. And I watched an interview of a popular musician. I forget the name of the musician. They asked him, what will you do if you become president? He said, I will chop money. So that's what everybody is doing. So I think that mentality is rampant. Everybody now have it. So the first thing starts with us. Our personal, development, our personal evaluation. What can we do for John F. Kennedy, the 42nd, is it 42 president of the United States? He said, don't think about what America can do for you. Think about what you can do for America. So we can use it and say, don't think about what Nigeria can do for you. You have to think about what you can do for Nigeria. So it's to make Nigeria new, get everything in order in our education, in our government, in our agriculture, every aspect of Nigeria. We have to start with ourselves. We have to develop ourselves and we have to give out our best to Nigeria. So that is my contribution.
Who else? You want to speak?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to speak. But not my fault.
Use your mic.
Not my fault. So, if I were to ask, why do we need a new Nigeria? Why are we agitating for a new Nigeria? Because if we should say we need a new Nigeria, what are the things we're going to put in place? Who are the people that are going to lead us? What are the necessary things we need to do? But if I ask myself, I don't get any answers because it is still you and I that will still form this new Nigeria, which we all know that we all have different perspectives to life. So we should first ask ourselves, what do we want when we advocate for a new Nigeria? If I can say to myself and say, okay, in this new Nigeria, I want to be the next governor, I want to invest the money, I want to finance the road, I want to do this, I want to do that. But all that is only possible when you and I can come together and work as one. But with the way the youth are moving and with the way they are doing things, I don't see the need for a new Nigeria. All I just want is we should become the change ambassador, as like our director used to say. And I guess.
Alright, thank you very much, sir. So let's move to the.
So I wanted to say something. So going through AGLA exposed me to purpose discovery and stuff like that. And I believe if every man knows what he needs to do, he will do well. Like everyone will play their role in bringing out the new Nigeria with that was changed the finance of Nigeria, but it wasn't able to fulfill. Though he lived hope to it to an extent, but some things came up that caught him off, and it wasn't possible. It wasn't, but he lived his best.
So I read that just like ministers are called pastors, prophets, call it, name them whatever you want to name them. Every man has a purpose. So if the intercessors are interceding for Nigeria, the motivational speakers, they are motivating the younger generations. And then the man called that knows a lot about money, knows a lot about mathematics, is not giving to all of us. You know so much about these things. Go into it. Those ones that are called to be, they have I don't know how to put this, but some are called to be astronauts. We may not see it now, but I've seen names. Some names, new Nigeria is coming already. We just can't see it yet. New names, Nigerian names they are coming up. New generation that even nations of the world will come to respect. You can just keep this. But I'm being realistic. I know what I'm saying. So let every man discover his purpose. Don't force anyone to do anything. Don't put anybody behind you. Don't try to make them go the direction you are going. If you can help them discover purpose, if you can help us discover purpose, then help us. Do your best. So I think that's what I have to contribute.
Thank you very much.
Alright. Talking about a new Nigeria, I would like to tell us that the Nigeria we so much desire rests in our hands. Each and every one of us sitting here. You know, that Nigeria you desire, we desire a Nigeria that we as young persons, we don't have to travel outside Nigeria to go and make it and then return back to Nigeria. And that's not supposed to be the way it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be that way. From the beginning, it was not so. But it was because something went wrong in the system. Something along the line went wrong. You know, some set of persons came and took over power and decided among themselves how to share this power. That's the challenge Nigeria is facing right now. During this NSAS protest, we could see a new Nigeria. It was visible. Whoever that didn't see during this NSAS protest, a new Nigeria was seen. It was very visible. That is why they tried as much as they could to stop what is already better. But no matter how hard they tried, they cannot. The only thing we ourselves, we need to know the truth for ourselves. That's what we need now. You need to know the truth. As an individual, you need to know the truth. What is the truth that you are supposed to know? So that 2023 election, nobody will start coming, will come and give you money. No, we need to be the people that will spearhead 2023 election. We need to come to a point that come 2023 election, we will be the ones who will gather young individuals also and orientate them. That's how we can achieve this new Nigeria. We need to form an alliance. Let me use that word. Where we, because young persons, there are so many young persons that are still lacking this knowledge we have. There's a level of knowledge we have right now that so many young individuals don't have. And we are privileged to have this due to our exposure. We've mingled with individuals who've attended seminars, who've networked with great minds. That's why we are different. So for us to achieve a new Nigeria, some of these things we know now, we need to go back to the grassroots. There are youths that don't know it. We need to start a mind work. We need to start working on them right now. Let's take for instance, during the previous election, I was still in school then. They came to our campus to cajole us to vote for Buhari and AGLA, all of that. My group then in school, we came together, the whole campus. We led a group of students that we shut down the whole campus down, that nobody will vote for either Buhari or AGLA. In the whole of the campus, it was very massive. We took it further that everybody in that campus have that mindset. That these men, they are old. Bringing them into power will still make us continue our suffering. We need fresh blood. We need young people to take over these seats of power. So we were able to channel this idea and they cut the ideology. We can still do the same thing. You can't tell how much it will use, but with your little space, I believe each and every one of us we have access to people. All you just need to do is from your own little effort, just keep saying something. Try to help these people know what they are supposed to do, so that when the time comes, definitely very soon, the new Nigeria will still emerge. It might not be now, but definitely the new Nigeria has started. It has started. It has started.
Alright, thank you very much, sir. Really appreciate that. Thank you very much. So, oh yes, the next item is another song. So yes, so we have people that want to sing for us. Okay, so everybody like singing.
What are we that song?
No, you.
Okay.
That's what
I wanted to say praise the Lord, but this is not church gathering. So I'd rather say what my director used to say. Hello, hello, hello.